Hello Stampers, I'm Kelly Acheson at stampabove.com coming to you from Menasha, Wisconsin. You might have noticed I've been missing for a few days. I have been very sick. I woke up this morning feeling so much better and I'm so glad to be able to jump back in. I have a fabulous online class to share with you with the Gilded Autumn suite of products from our holiday mini catalog. I'm going to show you a great layout. It's one of my favorites using this suite of products, and also tell you all about that online class. I know you're going to want to add this to your library of stamping supplies. Let's flip this camera around and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. My online class. If you order option number 1, you get the Gilded Autumn specialty paper, the stamp set, the punch pack, the basket weave and metallic ribbon combo pack, the acorn trinkets, and you can see I've used a lot of these here so far. I think you get 20 in this packet. Yep, 20 of them. The brushed metallic cardstock in bronze, copper, and gold. This stuff is beautiful. And you have the option to add on the pine wood planks embossing folder if you do not have that. This is going to be used with several of the cards in the online class. So let's get started with the card that I'm going to make for you today. This is a layout that I have used in the past, but I just love it because it's a good way to use up Designer Series paper scraps. So I have an early espresso card base here that's 4 1/4 by 11. And then we've got 2 layers of very vanilla. These are both 4 by 5 1/4. Another layer of mint macaron that is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. I've got a scrap of very vanilla. You're going to need a scrap of early espresso, and I've already die cut circles. I've got the stitch shaped circle on vanilla, and the layering circle behind it is from the layering circles. This is early espresso. And then we're going to use the striped Designer Series paper from the Gilded Autumn pack. This is 1 1/2 by 3 inches. And an early espresso layer to go behind that. That is 1 5/8 by 3 1/8. So the first thing we can do here, which is really simple, sometimes I like to start out with the easy stuff, is add, I found that I left this layout for the last several days without the lid on it. If you ever do that with your liquid glue, don't panic. It makes a little plug in the end of dried glue and you just have to pull that out and it will work fine. It doesn't, I've never had a bottle of glue dry up from leaving it open, and I've done that several times. But I've been sick since Saturday night, so I have not. This is my first time back in my office and I'm excited to be here. I'm going to take this mint macaron layer and I am going to add this to my pine wood planks. Now I need to decide, do I want my planks to be running this way or do I want them to be running up and down? And I think I'm going to try them running horizontally across my layer. I'm going to run this through my machine and I will be right back. Okay, and here's our pine wood planks layer. Now we're going to take one of those very vanilla layers and we're going to add this to that layer. By doing that, that's just going to give us a nice bright pop of color behind this green layer, and it's going to go right onto the front of our card. And you guys have seen me do this before. Sometimes I like to put a white layer in there. This time we're using vanilla, but it just does add a lot to your card. If you want to take your cards to the next level, layers of cardstock is a really easy and inexpensive way to do that. Okay, now we've got this layer, and I think what I would like to do here is add the sentiment with early espresso ink. And this says, "My heart is grateful for you." I really like this sentiment because I can use this for just about anybody I would send a card to. And adhere that right to our circle. And then we're going to bring that right over to our card. This striped layer is going to go right down here. And then I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals. Here's my dimensionals. Oops, I got something sticking to my take your pick tool. Gotta clean those off every once in a while with rubbing alcohol because they do get a little dirty. I'm gonna add this right in here. And then I want to take this vanilla scrap and add some of our punch elements in here. So then I have to decide exactly how I'm gonna do that. And I think I'm going to take some Cajun Craze and I'm going to stamp off once. So I've got my solid leaf background and I'm going to stamp off once, and then I'm going to come in with the outline at full strength. Oh, that looks really nice. Then I'm going to grab my acorn outline and I'm going to stamp that with early espresso. And then we have the bottom part and the little cap. I'm going to do the cap in Cajun Craze. Well, that got kind of crooked. Hang on. I'm a little bit shaky yet. I have to tell you that I'm still not back 100%, but I sure am feeling a lot better, I'll tell you that. Here comes that cap again. Let's see if I can get it on there straight. There we go, much better. Then I'm going to grab my crumb cake for the bottom part. And that looks good. And then we have one more leaf in here. And let's see, I think I'm going to go with the mint macaron for this one. It just follows along with the colors in our designer series paper and our card. And then when I do that background, I'm going to again stamp off once so that I don't cover up all that detail. And that looks really good. Okay, now we have to punch these. I found these punches to be really easy to use. They line up nicely. There's not too much fussing around to get them right in place. And here's my last one. And I think these are going to look nice up on dimensionals, so I'm grabbing my mini dimensionals. They're the perfect size. If you don't have any of these, I highly recommend you add them to your list next time you place an order because they really are handy. I like the fact that I don't have to cut up dimensionals and mess around with them, and they're almost always the perfect size for your little layers. Okay, now I want to add some ribbon. So I am going to take this basket weave ribbon and I'm going to tie a bow with it. This is really easy to work with. It's very soft and subtle. I should say subtle. That means like it's easy to work with. My brain's a little bit foggy yet. I told my husband that I'm not having so much trouble putting phrases together. Like I was like really stumbling along there for a while. Okay, there we go. Give that a good tug. Gonna trim this off. Oops. I was so excited to be getting this class out to you because I wanted to do it Monday, and well, I got knocked down pretty good. Okay, here we go. Let's see, and I think I am going to I have to decide where I think I want this right here. We're going to see. We're going to add our little elements here and see just where. Oops, I don't want to cover up my words. If you don't push your dimensionals down real hard right away, you can pull them up easily and move them around. And I think that looks pretty nice, right? Okay, mini glue dot. I think if I remember right, I ran out of mini glue dots when I was stamping last. I feel like I haven't been in here in forever. It's very unusual for me to be away from my office this long. Now I'm going to put this right down here under my circle. Hold this right in place. Oh my gosh, what do you guys think? I love this layout. I've used it before. It's always fun and easy. It's a great way to use up your designer series paper. Now we have one more layer here, and I think what I'd like to do is just add a little strip. Should we do our strip here? Yeah, I think we're going to do it right down here at the bottom. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on here. I have a whole bunch of other cards to share with you using this suite, so I'll show you those in just a second, and then we'll talk about the online class. We have 3 different options with this online class, and I want to make sure you know this is the one that I do with my friends Barb and Dina, so that if you've already ordered that class from them, don't duplicate and order from me, because my class is the same as theirs. It's nice that we can work together to kind of lighten that workload. There we go. Isn't that pretty? Okay, beautiful, easy, simple card. Now let me clean up my mess a little bit and I'll show you the other cards. Now if you remember, I shared this one with you. This was designed by my daughter Haley. Absolutely love this. And she just punched all the elements out in various colors of cardstock and made a wreath out of them, which I thought was very charming and rather creative. She also designed this one, which is a pocket card. I thought was absolutely beautiful, and I love it when the designer series paper does all the work, right? Both of these cards are shown on my blog with video tutorials. Now these are some swap cards that I've received. This uses our new cinnamon cider cardstock. I thought this was gorgeous. Here's another one made by one of my team members. She did some inlaid embossing here with the designer series paper. I thought that was beautiful. Another team member with this card, gorgeous. Here's another one using the cinnamon cider, and it's very interesting how different it looks with the darker early espresso and the brushed copper cardstock, metallic cardstock. Absolutely gorgeous. There's just so many beautiful ideas. This was another swap card I got. This is another card made by one of my team members. Look how pretty that is. And another one made by one of my team members. Love that. Another one. So pretty. Another one made by one of my team members. I have some great team members, don't I? Here's another one, very quick and simple. Love this look. Here's another one made by one of my team members. Look how pretty that is. I love a fun fold. And another one made by one of my team members. She used the triangles here. These are beautiful. Great way to use that designer series paper. And one more here. Super simple, but yet very elegant and pretty. So, let me tell you a little bit about the online class. First of all, you can get option number 1, which includes all of the products. The paper, the stamp set, the punch pack, the acorn trinkets, and both ribbons in the combo pack, as well as the brushed metallic cardstock. That is $122. You will then get the online class for free, plus a pre-cut cardstock pack to make 9 different cards. That is a heck of a deal. Those are included, the online class and the cardstock pack, when you order this suite of products from me. you have the opportunity for an additional $12 to add on the pine wood planks embossing folder. That is completely your choice. If you don't have it, I highly recommend it, or you can use a different folder, maybe that's similar. You will need all of these products to complete the class. The pre-cut cardstock pack comes with pre-cut cardstock. It does not include the designer paper, and it also does not include the brushed metallic, which you need for that. If you already have these products, you can get the online class with the pre-cut cardstock pack for $35. And again, that's 9 different card ideas, exclusive video tutorials for each one of the cards, written instructions, photographs. You also will have the option to add on the Pinewood Planks embossing folder if you don't have it. And the third way that you can get my online class is the PDF file only, which contains the videos, the pictures, the written instructions, all the dimensions for all 9 cards, and that is $20. So there is going to be 3 different forms that you can choose from. No, there's going to be 3 different options to choose from. The first one, you order the whole enchilada and get the class and the pre-cut cardstock pack for free. You're going to fill out a form when you do that. Option number 2, where you get the online class and the pre-cut cardstock pack, you can click on the Buy Now button and purchase that. Option 3, the PDF only, is available globally, and you can order that with the Buy Now button. Once again, you guys, thank you so much for taking a little bit of time out of your day to spend with me. Don't forget to click down here to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You don't want to miss anything I have coming out. And have yourselves a wonderful Wednesday. Bye-bye.